I'm to the point now where I don't feel the need to focus all on one thing.
Did you ever feel guilty because of the situation you put your family or your partner in?
Yeah. Oh, more than once. Yeah. More than many times.
Give me an example.
I spent 18 months working on a project that had no cash flow along the way with the hope of a big payout. And we were making no income, right? And I was focused on this one thing. And that is kind of the downside of focus. Is if you focus on the wrong thing, it can really come back to bite you, right? But to me, this was objectively the right thing. It was showing all the signals it was growing. We had like a few rental homes, we had some assets, and I was selling those things so my family could maintain their quality of life, right? So I felt guilty, but I was also insulating them from feeling the pinch that I was feeling in the office, right? And then at the end of that experiment, it all went to zero. I was out money, I was out time, I was out everything, and I felt very guilty. That was one example. But thankfully, like we didn't have to sell our house, we didn't have to do anything drastic. And what that looked like at home was Dad was quiet more often than not. Dad was grumpy more often than not. But Dad wasn't really talking freely and openly about the things he was going through because he was trying to, put on a brave face and insulate the family from that. Even when my wife was begging to know more, to get more out of me, if I talk about stressors, then it becomes more stressful to me oftentimes. So I just keep it in.
I find the same. I think my partner understands this of me, and I tried to explain to her that I don't like talking about the stress because in this environment, it's actually de-stressing me from not having to explain and conversate about it.
Mm-hmm.
So, which is a bit of a paradox because then they don't really understand.
Yeah.
And if they don't understand, they might misunderstand. Mm-hmm. Misunderstandings might lead to arguments, and the arguments create stress. And then you're going to tell them in some sort of like argument what's going on.
Yeah. I've lived that for sure.
I don't know how to navigate that, but it's definitely true that me going through something in work and then having to come home and like go through it for another hour to someone else and stress them out potentially doesn't feel like the right approach.
No, but I don't know what the right approach is because they have a right to know about it as well, right?
I think we just need an outlet, whether it's a friend that kind of understands or someone else that, is in our space that we can just talk to about the situation. I think having no outlet is also bad.
Yeah. And I'm guilty of that.